everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Wale Bhatnagar and I am with you with the area of accounting and financial management. Acha. In this particular series, we have already done a good number of chapters. Today I'm starting over with another chapter of Module B. Is Module B important? It is. Why? Because this particular chapter lays down the foundation for Module C as well. Certain chapters of module C are related to this. In terms of the financial statement analysis, there's something called ratio analysis. If you understand financial statements and final accounts here, you can do that part easily. In this particular module, you will understand the financial statements of a normal organization, a company, as well as a banking company as well. So a banking company prepares its format differently from that of normal companies. But then for that, both of those companies, you need to understand what exactly is done in terms of a proprietorship, right? So that's one of the basic things that we'll be discussing today. Okay, so let's talk about this specific area. Now, when we are talking about overall the topic of financial statements, now, first of all, please like this session, everyone. Go ahead and click on the thumbs up button and like the particular session. Along with this, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe the channel as well. And along with this, please share the session if you like it. Right? So this is an entire series where I'm covering the entire module. I've already covered the module A, find it in the playlist, and then we'll be moving forward towards the module B right now, and then we'll be going on with module C further, followed by last module D. So that's the entire agenda to cover the entire book in the simplest and yet in a proper manner. Right, everyone? Acha, now when we are talking about the entire area of this chapter, first of all, it's way better that if we are studying, then why not study through the specific topic of the format? Acha, what do you mean by the format of this particular area? Now, this is the format for the proprietorship. A single person having a business there would be showing their books of accounts like this. Okay? So that's what we do in terms of the accounting statements of a normal organization, sole proprietorship, a partnership. If they are producing something, this is the main format which is used. So for a better clarity, just keeping it off so that you can see it. Now, this is called a trading account. Trading account is basically a nominal account. Why nominal? It has both expenses and incomes. And if I talk about expenses and incomes, one of the basic things that they are doing is that if I talk about expenses and incomes, all the incomes are from in this area and expenses are in this area. And this particular nominal account is related to the area of production of goods, or we are related to the area of purchase and then sale of goods. So anybody who's involved in goods is related to the area of trading account. They have to prepare one. So when you get the particular goods that you have in the opening time of the year, that is your opening stock, है ना? And then we have the area of closing stock. When we have the area of closing stock is the one which we are having by the end of the year after sale and everything, whatever is left. Then we have the area of buy sales. Acha, what do you mean by sales here, everyone? Sales is the amount of the goods that we have sold. Acha, now this is all related to sales, but the point is, how do we sell things? We don't spend any penny. We have to, if we want to earn, we have to spend on earning that amount as well, isn't it? That's one of the basic realities of life, that first of all, you have to do this, right? Done. So in this case, what are the things? First of all, it includes the area of purchases, less returns, Carriage inwards is what? This is the goods that we purchase. So this is what we had for, say, I had 10 units in the rupees 10 worth goods in the beginning of the year. Then I bought goods worth rupees 20 further. And then by the end of the year, after sales and everything, I am left with barely 4 rupees. So that means everything else has been sold. So maybe I sold it for 40 rupees. Obviously, we'll sell it for a price. But this is just related to the area of purchasing something and selling something. What about the expenses that I'm incurring? So these are the expenses that I'm incurring to earn the income for the year. And reminder, the sales here is a sale of goods. The purchases here is purchase of goods. It does not include any purchase of asset. Done everyone? Carriage, cartage, dock charges, wages, duty, freight, all these things are included in this area. Clearing charges, when you are getting the goods into the line of production, is all included in this area. And the balancing figure is, if you have more income, then obviously you have profit on the debit side. That's the balancing figure, where your credit side is more than the debit side. In the trading account, you have a gross profit. They call it gross profit. While in the other case, we have more of debit. If you have more of expenses than your incomes, that is called the net profit. Done, everyone? That's how we define this entire area. Now, this is the entire trading account. Now, what do we have to learn? Today, we'll be studying about all these things through numericals. We'll be learning more about all these things through the questions or MCQs, which are both theory as well as practical based. Matlab, I'm going to deal with some numericals as well and a few theory, but just give a quick look to it because this is what is super important. And this particular snapshot is taken from the book itself. That means, again, I am just strictly following the IIBF book, nothing else. Only in terms of practice questions, we can see the questions which were asked in the examination and similar kind of questions we have been preparing. But the data and everything else is strictly taken from the book itself. So if you are looking forward towards your studies, then please go ahead and study properly there from the book itself. And if you want to enroll, then what you can do is you can enroll in our Mahapacks or in the Achievers batch, which is the foundation batch for the JIIB. I'm sorry, it has recently started. So in that case, you won't have a problem in coping up. But just go ahead with it, enroll yourself as early as possible, so that whenever you are going for the class, now you are not worried about the content there. You are still able to get through the class in a proper manner. Okay, so all sorted. Saw that. Now shall we proceed further, everyone? Let's continue further. Okay, here comes the first question. I think I'd shown the particular question earlier only. That's one more important thing, everyone. Our batch has already started, right? And currently now the double validity is going on. New batches come up every single time. So whenever it's possible now, whenever you feel, just join our JIIB batch. But currently, if you buy it, you will get it at double validity in on our Mahapacks and 81% discount on the courses there. So if you are looking forward to it now, this is the perfect time when you can purchase it. So kindly go ahead and get these particular packs as early as possible. Done, everyone? Chaliye. Then let's begin with the first question, which says, uh, what is the ultimate objective of recording the specific area of financial transaction in the business? Why do we do this? To increase the profits? No. The profits are earned from the production, not from this. To prepare the P&L, to eliminate clerical errors, or to calculate taxes. This is basically done for only one purpose. When you are looking for the financial statements, you want to know where do you stand in the market. So technically, you want to prepare your balance sheet and profit and loss account, which we simply call the financial statement. The term financial statement includes both, everyone. Okay, it is the financial statements. Done? Acha. Now comes the first question. This kind of question is something I think I expect in the examination. These are really simple yet very interesting questions. Okay, so go ahead and everyone, let's look at the particular question now. Done, everyone? Let's look at the specific question. The question says prepaid wages in the trial balance are assets. They are debit in the trading account and assets. It is basically debit in the P&L or debit of trading account. I discussed the area of trading account today. I think in the upcoming class what I'll do is I'll also give you the format of P&L and balance sheet as well so that you can prepare properly. Right? Okay. Now comes prepaid expenses are those expenses matlab I paid in advance. Acha, everyone think over it. When I have to pay to someone, I'll be like, oh, I have to pay. And then if I am going to receive money from someone, I'm always like, I'll be receiving money from someone. Huh? Both the difference is when you go like this is your credit side. When you go like this is your debit side. The best way to learn accountancy is not to be too sophisticated about it. The sophisticated manner is really good if you know accountancy from years. But if you're learning it for the first time, then it is way better that you learn accountancy with fun. Now, prepaid wages means what? I have paid the wages in advance, so my employee can never complain. So I'll be like, I have paid in advance. So you can feel that particular proud in this. That's a debit side item. This is basically an asset. Now the point is, does this belong to this year? Okay, it doesn't. Why? Because prepaid wages means that wages which has been paid in advance. That means earlier when I was saying, hi, I paid 10,000 rupees in terms of wages in the entire year, then someone would correct me, sir, ma'am, what has happened is, do you know? I said, what? They said, they'll say that the amount of 2,000 belongs to next year. I'll say, oh, you are correct. 8,000 belongs to this year, but the remaining goes to the asset side. Hai na? Got the idea? This is because of the matching concept. Whatever is there as an expense should be the one which is there in the business. Now, anything which is in the trial balance will be shown only once because it has already been accounted for in both the accounts. So prepaid wages is what? In this case, it is basically an asset. Always remember, if I prepare a trial balance, whatever is given in the trial balance, that particular thing would be taken to the financial statements, be it P&L, be it in the P&L balance sheet, wherever do you show it, it would be shown as a particular item and it would be shown only once. But if after this I come to know, oh, I forgot to record the depreciation, I forgot to record anything else. So all those adjustment entries. For that adjustment entry, what will you do in the financial statement is you have the journal entry for it. The problem is this journal entry didn't go into the ledger, didn't go into the financial statements at all. So whenever you are directly taking something into the financial statements, you have to show both the debit and credit side items. In the financial statements, if you're preparing trial balance, you don't do it. Simple reason. Everything has two aspects, the debit item and the credit item. In the trial balance, the debit item is here and the credit item is here. So technically, the items are already accounted for. So we just present it. While in the other case, we cannot present it because this didn't go through the ledger and then the trial balance and the entire working. So we'll have to wait. So in this case, the correct answer would be, in this case, the scenario would be two adjustments. On the debit side, one on the credit side. But if you are making something from the trial balance, if it is written ki nahi, this is from the trial balance itself, then it is shown only from one side. Then everyone, let's look at the next question. The trial balance contains the following information. 15% bank loan is given. Okay. The interest paid is 4,500. अच्छा, this 15% is actually called a hidden adjustment, पता है? This particular 15% is actually a hidden adjustment. Why would I call it a hidden adjustment? Nobody told me what is the percentage of the bank interest. है ना? Now the point is, if it is 40,000 loan, then the interest for the year should be 6,000. While I paid 4,500, will they be fine? I think they would be offended, right? If it's the bank loan, then the bankers are going to come after me. Ma'am, why? Why haven't you paid the interest part? And then I'll be like, I apologize for the trouble. This 1,500 rupees is still pending on my part. So first of all, let's process it. The trial balance contains the acha nahi, but this question requires a little more editing. So let me edit the question for you. In this case, the question can ask the amount of interest expense to be booked in the profit and loss account. When you are recording these things, then you will have to see what particular amount you are charging in your books of accounts. 1,500, 4,500, 3,000 or 6,000. Remember, the amount due is 6,000. The person has paid less. This part is outstanding. But remaining is paid. That means the total amount for this year is actually 6,000. Okay? These are trick questions. Okay. A's trial balance provides you the following information. There is a bad debt of 3,000. Now the point is this is a dead loss. You cannot recover money from this person. Then provision for bad debts 5,000. It is desired to maintain provision of 1,500 for doubtful debts. The amount of recorded P&L will be 4,500, 5,000, 500, 3,500 or 3,500 debit credit respectively. Whenever you're dealing with the provisions and bad debts now, always remember what worst has happened. Okay, we have already faced a dead loss during the year for rupees 3,000. Along with this, we have to prepare new provision. We still need more provision of rupees 1,500. Matlab technically, the total amount of the losses we should be prepared for is 4,500. But the already old provision which is prepared is of rupees 5,000. Matlab, I thought 4,500 would do. And I already prepared 5,000 last year. So I am keeping excessive provision now. I'm saving a lot for one particular purpose where there is no need. So that means, shall I remove this 500? We can, right? So this was already in the credit side, but if we want, we can put it on the debit side now to cancel out it. That means in the portion of my profit and loss account, what will I do? The answer is this 500 only, and I'll take it to the credit side. The provisions that we create normally in the profit and loss account are shown on the debit side because that's a dead loss, or we have to prepare for the loss. So technically, both bad debts and provisions are covered on the debit side. But if you are reducing your provision, it would go on the credit side. It's a very important and a very simple point. In accountancy, we never say ki acha, oh, I had written debit, let's cancel it out and write credit. They are totally against this. They will create a lot of trouble for you. They will say, if you created a debit, then you create a counter credit. That means if it was 10, you create a minus 10 here so that this is nullified. If you have to show credit of 20, then write 20. Now in this case, it would be written as 10 overall. है ना? This one would be cancelled, and technically the next 20 is created. So that means create 30. So 30 minus 10, your amount will come out to be 20. Technically, you cancelled it out by creating a counter credit, and then remaining 20 is noted here. So that 30 minus 10 is the amount which would be shown in the books is 20. So they just create that particular thing ki if you had a plus 10 here and you have to get minus 40, technically it was shown on the debit side while it should be shown on the credit side as 40. So what will you do? First of all, for this debit you take minus 10 and you create this one. So that means on the credit side you create 50. 50 minus this particular 10 will automatically give you 40. So you create a counterparty. So this will never create a trouble for you. Done, everyone? Now, prepaid expenses, if given in the trial balance, is shown in prepaid expenses. Matlab the expenses which are paid in advance, and it is shown in the trial balance. If I've paid something in advance, it is always taken to the balance sheet. So it will be taken to the balance sheet as an asset. Okay, so that's it for the day, everyone. I hope this session was helpful for you. Now, if you are thinking to prepare for this particular examination, then have you reviewed the JIB portal yet? Now, in on JIB area, what you'll find is the double validity on our Mahapacks is going on. Courses are available at 81% discount. So you should get it as early as possible. Just get it right away. What are we going to do? You get the JIB Mahapack, or you can take up the bilingual batch if anybody is looking for bilingual, or achievers batch if you are in the English medium area, right? So buying JIB Mahapack is super good because this particular course would mean you have the entire JIB, previous batches, current batches, upcoming batches. You don't have to pay even a single penny after this. Plus live classes, recorded classes, everything available. All right. That means along with this you have 276 test series ebooks. Now along with this, what do you get? You get 10 plus hours of mini marathons, 5 plus hours of mega marathon, maha marathon. All these things are available, both bilingual and English medium. All the content is available. The faculty in terms of the English medium and the accountancy and other subjects in terms of the working overall has different content as well. So that means you can learn from the content of English medium as well as bilingual, whatever you feel is comfortable for you. You can even take JIB and CIB Mahapack as well. That pack would include both JIB and CIB, which is another level of benefit for you because the validity would be for 2 years. So look forward to any of these and buy it as early as possible. Use the code Y541 and get the particular course as early as possible and get it for 599 only, 5999. So go ahead and check it out on our website and our app. Use the code Y541, get 81% discount and utilize this opportunity towards your own benefit and do it as early as possible. So enroll now. I'll be meeting you in the next class and talking about the next level of the financial